What's up, guys? Today I have a bit of a story for you. We're going to go back and we're going to look at when I fought for my GLORY World title. And I want to talk to you about a protective item mishap that could have cost me the fight. And the item I'm referring to is the groin protection that we wear. If you look at these clips, you will see me constantly reaching down, adjusting that cup. And there's a very good reason for it. We're going to dive into it right after the intro. Alright guys, 2015, I had been an active fighter since 2006. We're talking 9 years to get to the pinnacle of kickboxing. You get in, you're in round 4 against one of the baddest fighters in the world, and the stupid cup you're wearing keeps shifting. It keeps jumping off to the side. And I'm trying to focus on the fight, but at the same time I'm thinking, man, if this guy kicks me and this cup hits me the wrong way, I'm not going to be able to have any kids. So I'm constantly pushing this cup down. Talk about distraction. So I want to talk to you guys today about the cup that I have been using for the last number of years. How much safer it's been, how much better it's been for performance, not having to worry about anything. And we are talking about the Diamond Cup. This thing is spectacular. I can't recommend it enough. Initially, when I started my career, I had probably what everybody else was wearing. You just kind of pull on a pair of shorts and the cup sits right in there. They were plastic, but then I started hearing about people getting hit, them breaking. So then I went to one of the Thailand metal cups. The problem with those ones is you would have the cup, which was pretty decent. It would sit right there, but then you have ropes. You had one rope that came around one hip, one rope that came around the other hip, and then one from the bottom of the cup that came under. You would attach it all together, and that's what I was wearing in my GLORY title fight. The ropes started to come a little bit loose and the cup started to shift. And particularly in that fight against Muay Thai for the GLORY World title, I did not want to stop the fight and give him a break while I was adjusting my cup, because I knew cardio was the key to me winning, and giving him a break and time to recover was detrimental to my ability to win this fight. So if I would have had one of these in the fight, I wouldn't have been worried about this cup shifting and have my attention distracted. It all ended up good. I still won the fight, but still, it's not what you want when you're working your whole life for something and then in the moment you are distracted by a piece of safety gear that's supposed to be helping you, not hindering you. So guys, now that we're done with the story, I'm going to break down why I love this cup so much and why I will never use anything else again. Now, we've got the clothing, which is going to hold this in place, but first I want to focus on the actual cup. And the big thing that I really like about this, the very first thing, is normally if you put a cup on, you put it right there and you start hitting yourself, right away you're gonna go, oh, okay, yes, I'm protected, more protected than usual, but this still hurts. But with this one, I can take my palm and I can bang in there pretty hard without having any actual pain. So why is this? How do they do it? Well, number one, the cup sits out further. It's a little bit longer in depth than your normal cup. So when you get hit, you don't actually have anything striking you. There's no metal or plastic that's actually hitting you. There's a big buffer zone. Now, the other thing that makes all the difference is the rubber material around the cup. If you take a look at this, I can actually crush down this material here, push it in. It's nice and stable, but when you actually take impact against the groin, this cushy material pads the impact. So just even having this on like that without even having it in place properly, it's just so much better. Now, you've probably seen videos of people full on kicking somebody with a diamond cup in the groin. I haven't had anybody do that, like a full-on soccer kick. I'm not going to test it out. I don't know if I trust that much, but I have been hit, and I tell you, it is a world of difference compared to a normal cup or a metal cup from Thailand. Those still hurt. I've still been dropped on the ground with them. With this one, I have yet to actually hit the floor. You know, I get hit, I'm kind of like, okay, but then within 3 seconds, I'm back in. Now, let's take a look at the options we have in terms of material. Like many cups that just fit into your clothing, this one just slides in, no problem. It just ends up fitting right in there. This is the first option that you can get. It's got lots of little straps around the back to hold it in place. The reason I'm not a big fan of this one as the other is if you are in an MMA fight or you're just training, and let's say you have your spats on or some tight pants, I found that these things here kind of draw the glutes up in a weird way and you end up, I'm going to call it pancake bum or pancake butt. You kind of look like you have a little bit of a flat bum. And if you're going into a fight and you have the camera on you and hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people around the world are watching you, you don't want your bum looking funny. So I ended up upgrading. I got this one first. I ended up upgrading to this guy. This is the full short here. And now from here, I can just slide the cup in. And then guys, I'm actually going to give you a demo of this on. So if you have any qualms about seeing me in my underwear or this, you can just sign off right now. All right, so there we go. So this one here actually just kind of looks like a pair of MMA shorts. I like to wear something over top it, but now when I turn around, I don't have these little straps doing something weird with the bum. It still looks good. And now from there, I'm so much more comfy than before. The impact there doesn't bother me. Everything's stable. There is no way I'm ever gonna be in the middle of the fight and have this thing shifting around. It is locked in. And let's be real, guys, when you're in the ring, you want to be as safe as possible. That doesn't include only protecting yourself from shots coming, but also having a proper mouth guard, having your hands wrapped properly, maybe having your feet properly wrapped, and having a proper cup. I really wish that back in 2015 I had one of these, something that was not going to distract me in my fight. And as I mentioned, these are just so comfortable. They're so much safer. I don't have to worry about any damage, especially for myself. I'm thinking of having kids in a couple years. I don't want to be in a fight, have the cup break or shift, and all of a sudden I can't have kids. Your safety is a priority. So if this is something that you guys like the sound of, you're like, yeah, you know what? I think I want to get one of those. I'm going to throw a link down below that will save you 10% on your purchase. And hopefully you guys know by now, I will never endorse a product, never try to sell you guys on a product if I don't believe in it 100%. And this is something that I stand by. Safety for fighters is paramount to myself, paramount to everybody else out there. So if you guys have not picked up a Diamond Cup already, make sure you do it right after this episode. And I hope everybody today enjoyed getting to learn a little bit more about the details of my title fight. It's probably something that nobody's ever noticed before. I've never talked about it before. You just kind of see my hand going down every once in a while, and I'm just pushing that cup back into place. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, give it a like. If you have not already, get subscribed. Train hard, guys, and I'll see you back here soon for another video.